Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer news. We start with Marcos Alonso. It has been reported that Barcelona are not keen on signing the Chelsea left back anymore. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Martin Zubimendi of Real Sociedad. It has been reported that the La Liga club will set a very high asking price for Barcelona's Busquets replacement, Zubimendi. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona's transfer plans in the month of August have died down to an extent as we head into the final week of the summer transfer window. The club are targeting a move for Bernardo Silva earlier in the summer, but they are not in a position to sign the Portuguese international, and the player is set to remain at the Etihad, as hinted by Manchester City CEO. Another target for Barca was Marcos Alonso. The Chelsea fullback was Xavi's top choice in the left-back position, as part of his quest to add some much-needed backup for Jordi Alba. However, according to Ben Jacobs, speaking on Twitter Space, Barcelona have cooled their interest in the former Fiorentina starlet in the final week of the transfer market. He said, "I don't think Alonso to Barca will happen," said Jacobs during the session. The English journalist's comments confirmed earlier reports that suggested Barcelona are not interested in a move for Alonso anymore, partly due to his error-prone nature. Subsequently, Barcelona have targeted Javi Galán as a potential alternative. The Celta Vigo starlet, is viewed as a very much more reliable option due to his experience in La Liga, coupled with the technical prowess that has helped him establish himself as a first-team regular at Celta Vigo. However, Galán may also cost a fortune, as his current release clause is valued at around 18 million euros. While Barcelona are hoping to sign him at a reduced price. Finding an agreement could be so tricky, especially in this late stage of the transfer market. Moreover, it is fair to point out that Barcelona are trying to generate a sizable revenue in their quest to register summer signing Jules Koundé. They are already heavily reliant on the sale of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, whose potential move to Chelsea could go a long way in helping Barcelona achieve their remaining goals in the transfer market this season. So, talking about a new left back, Barcelona continue to scour the market for that. Marcos Alonso, who was the most talked about and the most linked last month or so, according to reports, Barca don't care about him anymore. And it makes me wonder, now they're talking about the fact that because he's an error-prone left back, that's why they are not really that interested in him, and as well as his price tag as well. And I asked myself, but when Barca were pushing so hard, when Xavi was pushing so hard for Barca to get Alonso, they never knew about his error-prone nature. Why are they now insisting about error-prone nature all the time, as if Alonso have played some games after the interest I've been showing him? So it's just kind of like, it's just funny, right? I think normally it's a good idea. I've never really been a fan of Alonso coming to Barca. He's a good left back, no doubt, but come on. I prefer Barca go for a younger player, and for the fact that we have players like Javi Galán in our wish list is something good. He's just 27. I think Barca should capitalize on that and see that it happens. He demands lesser than what Alonso would demand in terms of wages. But for transfer fees, I think his release clause is 18 million. But report yesterday came out saying that Celta Vigo will accept if Barca paid 18 million for the player. So just barely 6 days for this transfer window to come to a close. Barcelona have a lot to do when it comes to sorting out their issues for the left back department. Jordi Alba certainly needs a backup. Alejandro Balde is there, we all know that, and he's performing decently well, but he needs a player to partner with him, right? And if that happens, Jordi Alba's role needs to be reduced, because I don't think this is a season where we can be counting so much on Jordi Alba, but rather Xavi needs to know that Jordi Alba's time is up, and playing time alongside Piqué, Busquets need to be reduced considerably. if we think that we are trying to cross a phase and we are doing a transitional phase in the team. So let's see what happens when it comes to their pursuit for a new right back as well as a right back. So the fullback departments, as they really need personnel very, very well. But looking at how they are too sluggish, they have not even registered Kunde. I kind of wonder if actually they will sign those players, right? But let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what happens. Then on to the next story of discussion. Speaking on the Siempre Portivo podcast, journalist Tony Juan Martí has claimed that Barcelona could face difficulties in the pursuit of Martin Zubimendi due to Real Sociedad's very high asking price for the midfielder. Barcelona will prioritize the signing of a new defensive midfielder next summer as they look to move on from captain Sergio Busquets. The veteran star is in the final year of his contract and could leave to the MLS, thus insinuating the need for a new player to take over from him. And as per reports, Zubimendi has emerged as the number one target for Barca to replace Busquets in the side. The Catalans are already laying out groundwork over a move for the 23-year-old Spanish midfielder next summer. However, Barcelona could encounter some hurdles in their pursuit of Zubimendi, as Real Sociedad see him as a key player and will demand a huge transfer fee to part ways with him next year. Zubimendi is protected by a release clause worth €60 million, with reports claiming that La Real are already planning to hold talks with the midfielder to tie him down to a new contract and potentially increase his release clause amount. A product of the Real Sociedad Academy, Zubimendi has already made 101 appearances for the Basque outfit and has one cap for the Spanish national team. The 23-year-old midfielder has performed admirably for Imanol Argus's side and has shown characteristics that, could make him a viable replacement for Busquets. However, his transfer fee could pose a hurdle in Barcelona's attempts to land him next year. Wolf and Portugal midfielder Ruben Neves is another name under consideration, but he will also likely command a significant fee, so it will be interesting to see who Barca decides to sign as they prepare a succession plan for Captain Busquets. Busquets has a year left on his contract at Barca, that is, his contract expires 2023, and he does not have any plans to extend it, so it is being said that he wants to move to the MLS after his contract comes to a close. So Barcelona are preparing for life without him. They don't want to start panicking but when he has to leave, but that's why they are preparing for life without Busquets in the future. Martin Zubimendi of Sociedad have been the most talked about potential replacement for Busquets, and he's just 23 years old and have good qualities, and they are saying that Sociedad might just make life so difficult for Barca by imposing a higher transfer fee for the player in order to scare away Barca, because Sociedad themselves don't want to leave the guy go. So let's see what happens. We'll have people like Frank Casey who can also play DM. De Jong can play DM, so I don't know if actually Busquets will have a lot of playing time this time around, or Xavi will be rotating them. But from the look of things, it seems as though Xavi still prioritizes Busquets at that number 6 role than any other player in that midfield. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.